hope I'm recording.
English kidogo bundles imeisha.
Call the video stupid.
Hiyo ni jaba. Do I still continue?
Yeah.
Tayeka kwa bloopers ndo.
Let it be known. Yo, I'm kidding.
AIESEC has been a place to offer opportunities. It has been a place to foster talent. It has been a place where growth has been nurtured. And yeah, AIESEC, if AIESEC was a color, it would be yellow.
It's family. It was really a good place for me.
I've met really cool people, really good people. I don't know if I should mention names, but they know themselves. Yeah, really cool people out here. Yeah.
AIESEC has always been family, fun.
I'd say the people in AIESEC in Kenyatta University are different people. They're awesome and are so diverse.
AIESEC has really helped me, not only in terms of my personal development, but also my career development, because it also provided an avenue for me to get a part-time job, and now I'm fully employed.
When they are not trolling me or making fun of me, I think they've really come a long way from when I was there. I was in AIESEC for 3 years, and I've seen them grow, because even after that I've been in their spaces, and I've seen the kind of people that they brought into the organization, the kind of things they've gone ahead to do, and they've been very inspiring in a lot of ways. And that's why I find myself in AIESEC spaces, because you get to learn something, you get to meet new people, and I like the way they've been taking over the AIESEC spirit and going ahead in the activities. Yeah.
I remember the photos, I remember the food, I remember the venue, and also seeing people show up, show out, look nice.
It was a really lovely dinner. The fact that we had our founder, we had alumni. I don't know, it was, yeah.
I remember how we played memories of previous years, because alumni had sent photos and we displayed them. That was actually a very memorable moment for me. Yeah.
First of all, I was late. I was late, so I didn't take as much pictures as I wanted to, but it was really nice. Good food out there. Yeah, they had a buffet, a whole, everything you can ever think of, so soups and chicken, and they had good food.
For me, actually, that was supposed to be my last AIESEC rodeo, but now, yeah, here we are back. We never stay away. But I enjoyed the dinner, and I liked everything about it. The people that were there, the alumni that were there. I remember Ruben giving me what are the tropical hits for a gift after my handing over, because he thought I didn't have a gift, but my team, Kina Larry, did the thing. So yeah.
It was the CSR that was attached to it. I just felt like that was an interesting journey. It was interesting to try out and reach out to different partners and actually securing an in-kind partner. And yeah, just the connection that was around it was just wow. And the team that I was working with, the motivation that was around it, and the theme was just on point. That was just something that was so catchy about it for me. Yeah.
I feel like that exchange drive has a lot of emotions centered around it. Majorly because number one, we were all new. had just started our term, so there was a lot of confusion, there was a lot of trial and error, there was a lot of, you know, what if this doesn't work. But at the end of the day, there was a lot of unity and togetherness as an entity, because we even got people from different LCs.
I remember MKU came, and it's funny how in the space of 1 year you are being told how to sell exchange to now telling other people how to sell exchange. For me, that was a highlight, and yeah, it was pretty amazing. Different universities came, and it was fun seeing them stand by us as we push our product as AIESEC in Kenyatta, as AIESEC in Kenya. So it was pretty amazing. Yeah.
NatConf was an interesting experience for me. Now that I was experiencing it in a different perspective, because I'd also attended the previous NatConf, that is NatConf 2023, as a member, and it was a nice experience for me. Because, wow, you know, interacting with new people, interacting with different LCs, and you were given the title of a tribe leader in charge of like a group of people from a different LC, so it was a nice experience for me. And now into NatConf 2024, I was experiencing it from a vice president POV. Now that I also had members in the LC, and yeah, you know, you have to take care of people, you also have to ensure you have a nice experience, so it was really interesting.
I created meaningful bonds. I got to enjoy the spaces in the most intimate and in the most fun way possible.
I'll start with your part ingine, so by the time I get into the national conference utakuwa umesahau the WLN. My fellow VP was a conductor, where as I was ukoka in a kibanda selling tea, ugali, and sijui what to people. Oh my god, the guy karibaniwae, that's the he couldn't believe that I wanted to help wash dishes, help him out in his kakibanda, cause like a proper kibanda. Ata kuchota maji was a whole formula. Then the space, it was like no breathing space, but you know, we worked it out. So it was really nice. Ata linunulia, he bought for me earrings. Imagine, crazy. Alienda nazo. I hope he has a wife, and I hope he can give her that. But it was a really nice experience.
I got to Fasi for the first time. Yeah, and I loved doing the punishments, because I remember I was handling the punishments. It was really fun.
We had delegates from Ethiopia, we had delegates from Tanzania, we had delegates from Rwanda, and it was good learning from everyone and also having fun with everyone.
Theme night.
I liked the theme nights, though I didn't see the last one. Don't ask me why.
I actually remember all the 3 theme nights. The first one was something to do with 90s, dressing in the 90s. So I had a baggy jeans, like it was so baggy, and a baggy shirt. Okay, that was so baggy.
Dancing at like 3 a.m. in old people outfits, that was a highlight.
You know, fun fact, I was actually emceeing during that theme night. Yeah, and I was doing it alongside AD from JQuad, and it was a nice experience.
I remember I wore my grandmother's night dress.
And then we got back to high school, but not like in a traumatic way, but high school in a fun way, where we got to dress up in high school outfits, just take photos. We had to dance like we were in a funky.
Nakumbuka chwaki, a dance battle.
I remember I almost fainted. Yeah, because the hype, the energy was so high, and I usually just sit down, rewatch those videos, and just reminisce. What a nice experience it was.
I remember I was part of the pioneering team now, like the year before, last year, when we started that initiative between AIESEC in KU and AIESEC in JQuat, and it was a way of bringing awareness to the fact that there are girls out there that require pads, and it's a necessary, it's something that they need in their lives, every now and then, and it was a beautiful way of bringing both genders into this one agenda. Bringing both genders to this one agenda and involving both the boys and the girls. So for us as AIESEC, I think also JKUAT was supposed to come up with a team that's going to take part in the tournament.
As a goalkeeper, I wasn't catching a lot of it anyway. So it was an interesting day for me.
I think for us, we were just there for the vibes.
The field was bigger, everything was improved except our team's performance.
I like the idea of the pad drive, and the whole idea behind it. It's a very great idea that brings everyone on board on the menstrual education and helping everyone in the community to be on board on that. That is a very of all bright ideas, that's one very bright idea.
The event was nice. We started the day with high energy, roll calls over there. We had beautiful partners who did panel discussions, and we were talking on the issues of sexual reproductive health, and also receiving the donations, the pads, and also the monetary donations from the different people, the different donors, the partners. Yeah, it was just really inspiring seeing how people are positive to making our lives better. I went to volunteer. Based on SDG 4. There's a program called Global Classroom where I go and teach young kids, and I got the chance to teach grade 1 to 5 maths and English, but in that country they call it arithmetics and writing or reading. The experience was wonderful. Oh my days. I wish I could go back to those days right now. Every day I just reminisce on the good old days, and I got the chance of meeting wonderful people. First of all, we volunteered as a group of 3. So I was from Kenya, there was other exchange participants from different countries, from different parts of the world. One was from Tunisia, the other one was from Hong Kong. So we went to teach in Chanika, a school called AHIP. We were hosted by the director of the school. So yeah, they treated us well. The people of Tanzania are really patient people, and they're really loving, and they're very, very kind. So I really love the experience. And for challenges, one of the challenges that I faced, and as most Kenyans faced, it's financial challenges. It's not even like a big challenge, but there are some places that I really wanted to visit, but because that trip was an impromptu visit, because earlier the year I had not planned to go to Tanzania. The idea hit me when I was in national conference back in May. That was around mid-May. That's when I took the chance. I said, I'll see where this thing takes me. So I was not 100%. So I went with all the finances that I could gather. So there are some places that I wished I could visit, but I never got the chance. The whole process started way back in, I think, June or July. From when the applications were released, and from people just tagging you in the group. You see, like Motebo has just released the application, and everyone is like, Troy Motongo. Yeah, so I started having like goosebumps. I'm like, should I apply? Okay, people believe in me, I also believe in myself, but am I actually up to that task? So I did the application, did a lot of consulting, even with people outside the country. I actually made a lot of friends outside Kenya who have actually contributed to the success that I have right now. And so that experience before the elections, from the applications to the interviews, the very serious interviews, was also a learning experience for me, because I've also not been part of such a serious interview before. So it was a learning and growth experience for me. And now to the elections, I remember they were at the University of Nairobi, and so for my entity, Ohana decided to be in red. Like the theme of AIESEC in KU was red, and seeing each and every person getting in through that door in red attire. Okay, you have people who actually, someone like Sean, just a bandana, it's actually not even red, it's red. Yeah, but also seeing such efforts, those small efforts, someone actually agreed to that and came to support the entity, or now myself. It was really heartwarming, and that is actually what motivated me during those spaces. The 3 spaces, they were quite intense. I remember at some point I almost lost it. Yeah, I was just back there in the applicant's room doing some press-ups, and I'm like, oh my god, I need to get the steam. Then getting into that room, everyone like standing up and cheering you. Yeah, it was nice. And I think the best, before I get to the best moment, there was also a heartwarming moment for me. Seeing them get emotional also made me emotional at some point, and I was like, wow, this has been a nice experience for me.
To see him do really, really well, considering how much he's stressed about those applications. Karibu Ryan sijui wapi, yeah, and also the other applicants, because Ray was in the gutters, lakini what she delivered, you're like, oni mtu alikuwa analia sijui what nini. So it was, it's amazing when you see what people can produce.
It was fun. It was really fun interacting with the alumni and the members. I wish more alumni could actually come to such spaces, because it's a space to get to learn what's happening in the LC, and a social space to interact with your former LC. So it was actually a very fun experience. I loved the food and the games we played after. Yeah.
It was crazy, yeah, because I think my motivation to apply from the word go was more extrinsic than it was intrinsic, yeah. So for me, I felt so many things, and I think the first step came in with writing the letter of intent.
Taking up a high role at the MC is both scary and exciting at the same time, because there's that feeling of not being adequate for that role, seeing the people who have been in that role and what they've done, and you being just like, you may think you're just another AIESECer, but then taking that bold step and that's just applying is enough to give you the motivation you need to go ahead. And I think for me, like I said, I was ready to be done with AIESEC after like my LCVP term, but then I knew there's more that I can do for AIESEC, and there's more that needs to be done, and if not me, who then? So I took that bold step and applied to the MC. I went through a lot of challenges, but then at the end of the day, I think it was all is well that ends well, and here I am, MCVP Marketing and PR, and hoping that I'd be able to achieve things that I wanted to before that role, and also be able to impact more people and also inspire more people to join AIESEC, to take up higher roles, to believe in themselves that they can do this, and just keep the pipeline going.
I remember the first time, because now this is my second year going to the third in AIESEC, when everyone else was applying, there was that peer pressure and everything, but I had a gut feeling not to apply, because the role that I wanted to apply to was kind of new to me.
I was ready, yet tensed and scared a bit.
It was very exciting for me.
We are what we are because we take a risk, and a situation cannot change if you remain the same. So in every place you are at, you need to grow, but you need to understand to what capacity that you want to grow. And I feel like do it for the plot. Just be curious enough to know, how does my TL feel being TL? How does my VP feel being VP? How does me as a common person feel like being a member of AIESEC?
Take up those higher roles. Believe you can take up those higher roles. And even though you don't, I dare you to just experience AIESEC a bit, sit down with yourself, and go for it.
About a month ago, you said you were going to Equatorial Guinea to get away from me. That thing you went to Equatorial Guinea to do, it's not my fault.